Hey guys, just wanted to hop on and wish everybody a happy Halloween. Thought I would do a little live. I have about an hour to play with and thought I would be here with little Mr. Braden and just say hi to everyone. Hi Cheyenne, how are you? Happy Halloween. I just wanted to bring one of my little goblins on here and just show him off in his cute little Halloween outfit. No, Raven, you can't have a free baby. They cost thousands of dollars. Hi everyone, how are you guys doing? Don't ask for free dolls. It's not happening. Hi Cindy, how are you and your babies? Hi Kay. Hi Dakota. Does anybody have any plans for tonight? Aw, Cheyenne, I'm so sorry. I hope everything gets better for you, but I'm glad you're here. Hi, Doris. I just got your message. I figured you would get the notification and come on. We've been talking. How is everyone? Anybody have any plans for tonight? I'm going to be having family over here tonight, and I'm going to cook up some dinner, and we're going to have all the candy and everything ready for the trick-or-treaters and watch scary movies. Oh, your name is blocked, but hi. I don't know why it's blocking everybody's names. Okay, so the messages are all blurry for some reason on here. Let me see if I can log on from my other computer. Hang tight. So that way I can see your guys' messages and stuff. Technical difficulties. For some reason, the names are all mixed in. Oh, there we go. Hi, Tony. Hi, Valerie. Some of the names are mixed in with the messages on here, and I don't know why, so I can't even see the messages. This is Braden James. Let me see if it looks better on my computer. Let me see if I can go to... Hang tight, guys. Sometimes when you go live, you have technical difficulties. So let me go to my account. I think that YouTube is acting up. Let me turn down the volume on here so it doesn't echo on us. I'm going to go to my live so I can see if I can see your messages here. I'm on the live. Oh, that's so sad. I'm looking to see. Got it. Okay, I can see them on here. Okay, so I'm going to move my MacBook over here so I can look at your guys' messages and see everything. Sorry about that. Sometimes that happens. Hi, everyone who's joining. Let me look here. Let me see who we have. Okay. Stop sending me messages. All right. So I have Tony and Cindy. If I didn't say your name, I'm so sorry if I missed you. Cher, Amber, Wendy, Dakota. All right. I think we have everybody now. For some reason on here, it's the messages are acting crazy. Let me see. Live chat. All messages are visible. Let's see if that resets it on there. I'm so sorry, you guys. That's crazy. All right. So anybody doing anything special? I went to a haunted house. It's like an adult haunted house in my neck of the woods that they put on every year. It was like the 40th anniversary or something of this haunted house. They do it different every single year. It's so fun. It's super scary. It's not for kids. That is for sure. Hi, Karen. How are you? Is that Karen Rowe? I think that's Karen Rowe. Yes, it is. Okay. You got the little hearts and moons. Karen, I can't get a hold of you on my phone. I had an issue with my phone. I don't know what was wrong with my phone, but some of my contacts got erased. I think it was with the new download during the night when it was charging. So message me through my Kids to Cradles website, or you can email me. If you don't have my email address, it's kitstokradlesnursery@gmail.com. You can message me there. How is everyone? Share, yes. It's super scary. Yeah, we have a really scary haunted house for adults where I live. I would say middle school age and over. I would say it's for like at least 12 and over now. Hi everyone, does anyone have a cuddle baby with a Reggie body? How are they to hold? They're amazing. Those Reggie bodies are amazing. And I was actually really tempted to buy a baby that I saw available that had a silicone head on a Reggie body. And I think that's even better. And I'll tell you why. Because with the Go, so you can just purchase a Reggie body on Etsy and you can put any baby's head on it. But I noticed that the body was so heavy and amazing that no matter how much weight I put into the vinyl doll's head, it just didn't seem to match up. So I was thinking, since silicone is so heavy, that it might be nice to put a silicone baby on a Reggie body. If I am working on silicone babies and something ever happens and the head is fine, I will probably do that and make it a silicone cuddle baby. But the problem is that I would love to have a silicone head on a Reggie body, but when I go onto McPherson's website just to purchase like a silicone head for me to paint myself, it's so expensive. It's so expensive just for a silicone head. So it's not worth it to me to do it, but it's good to know that if I ever have a boo-boo, like partial silicone baby, because I've been doing the partial silicones, if something happens to one of those and the head is fine, I can paint and root the head and then put it on a Reggie cuddle body and sell it that way as a silicone cuddle baby. And I think that would be fantastic. But honestly, I'll probably end up keeping it for myself. What kit can wear size 2 shoes? The kit that I have that can wear size 2 is Tobia by Laura Lee Eagles. He can wear size 2 shoes. Also, I believe, I'm thinking there's a kit by Bonnie Brown, a big girl. She's a big girl. I think she can wear size 2 shoes. Oh, her name just completely like flew out of my head. It's not Saskia. It's, God, what is her name? There's a kit by Bonnie Brown that's a big girl. Shirley, if Shirley's in here, she has her for sale, actually. Amber, you're doing good. Wendy, share. Peaches, possibly. I think she could probably, you could. She wears size 1, but you could probably put her in size 2 and she would probably be fine if it was like a baby shoe, like a closed baby foot shoe, not a sandal or a dress shoe. Peaches could wear like some cute sneakers that are in size 2, but really it'd probably look kind of big on her. Margot by Cassie Brace wears size 2 shoes. Gosh, who am I thinking of? Now it's killing me. There's a Bonnie Brown baby that's really big, and I know Shirley has this baby. I cannot remember her name. She's a big, big girl. Oh, this baby's getting heavy. Pickles might, Cindy, but I don't know. I purchased Pickles on the pre-order, and they keep saying that they're going to send Pickles out. And I still haven't received my pickle kit. Has anybody received their pickle kit? Because there was a big hold on it because they wanted it to be fair. They were saying that a lot of the manufacturers don't have the kits, and they wanted to make sure everybody got the kits and released them and sent them off at the same time, because this has happened in the past where there's been a kit that a bunch of artists really want, and we all pre-order them, and then some people will receive their kits right away and other people are waiting months. And in the meantime, okay, Karen, I just got your message. Sweet. I will put your, maybe it was your home phone that I had. I'm gonna put your cell phone number in my phone so I can text you, because I tried to text and I kept saying, are you getting this message? And you weren't getting it, so maybe it was your home phone number that I was finding on there. I will go back and look at my Wix account on your message, and I'll program it into my phone again, because we have to talk. Yeah, I haven't received pickles yet anyway. So some people were getting their kits way before other artists and then being able to sell them. Like Laura got released and a bunch of people got Laura, put them all up for sale and sold all their Lauras. And then by the time the hype of Laura died down, and I had bought like 4 Laura kits because I knew she was going to be super popular, and by the time I got my kits, everybody in the world had Laura's and had their version of Laura out. So I was late to the game with Laura, but I did sell all of my Laura's, so eventually. Maddie, yes, Maddie by Brownie Brown, thank you so much. That's the one I was thinking of. I love Maddie's smile and I love her size, but I've painted her a few times for other mommies and I love her, and I would totally have a Maddie in my collection, but I didn't super love that both of her arms were completely straight. Both of them were straight out and both of her legs were completely bent up. She's cute, but it's really, I'm sure it's hard to dress her in some clothes. Like dresses and bloomers and rompers would be fine, but like pants and stuff, it was hard to fit those on her big chunky thighs and legs that are bent. And yeah, her arms are just straight out. They're straight out. And I wish she had had like a slight bend to her arms, but all kits are different and that's what makes them fun. So to each his own. It gives you something different to play with, I guess, or to have in your collection, but her smile is incredible. She's a cute baby. And I especially love her when people do dark hair with pigtails. I've seen the cutest Maddies ever. Yeah, Maddie can wear size 2. Thank you. Tobia for sure. Yes, Tobia is one of my favorite babies. That's why I have him in my collection. He's so fun to dress. He wears 6-month size most of the time and size 2 shoes, and he's super fun to dress. He's perfect. He's not too big, not too heavy, not too little. He's kind of in between, so I love that. The only thing with him, he has one straight leg and he has one bent leg. And some people don't love that, but it's so he can sit up. It helps stabilize him so he can sit up. Yeah, I bet you Maddie is hard to dress in pants. I would say in pants. She has 2 really long straight arms and then these big chunky bent legs that are kind of short and bent because they're like both completely folded in. So she's got to be hard, but she's easy to put in a chair because of her bent legs. She's like nice sitting up baby. Like if you have to put her in a chair and sit her up, she's really nice for that. She poses well for photos. I will say that. She looked really good in Saskia's rocking chair. She looked really good. I'm going to start going live more, guys, but also at the beginning of the year, I want to start doing subscriptions. I think it would be fun to do subscriptions. Now, I would still do all of my regular videos weekly, and I would still probably go live on here too. But I think with subscriptions, it would be more fun because my channel is very family friendly. And also it's public, so I can't talk about a lot of the things that I want to talk about, subjects that I want to talk about, because I like that my channel is family friendly. I like that moms and grandmas can have my videos on and not worry about kids coming in the room. It's totally safe for kids to listen to my videos or watch them. A lot of them watch them. I have kids that watch my videos. Even though it's an adult forum, I keep it very safe for kids here. And but I would love to have a more private forum where I can talk about things that I won't normally want to talk about on a public forum, because my in-laws, family members, people I know in my community will have access, public access to my channel. And a lot of people pop up on my social media and find me from my past, and they're like, hey, what's going on? Like, what's up with you and these dolls? I've had that happen. Like, I had somebody I knew in California when I was 4 years old pop up on my Instagram and was like, wow, I didn't know that this was your account. And I had some explaining to do. So I would really love to have a less public forum to do extra lives with you guys so that we can talk about anything that we want. And I can talk about any subject I want and not also have to worry about everybody in the Reborn community watching. And I did a video in the past, and it wasn't anything bad, but of course somebody made it out to be something that was bad, and I had somebody contact me that's very high up in the Reborn community, an artist, and we talked and everything was fine. And it was like just a misunderstanding because somebody else saw my video and then contacted her and was like, Misty from Kids to Cradles Nursery is talking smack. And she watched the video and she's like, no, I'm not offended. I watched the video, but she contacted me and helped me with an issue that I had. So we're actually friends and everything's fine, but people can try to start drama in the community. So I'd rather have a more private forum to be able to talk about certain things going on in the community that I want to share with you guys and make you guys aware of or help you guys out with. But I don't want anybody else who just happens to come along publicly that's in the community who likes to start drama, starting drama, and basically. I don't want people starting drama, and I want to be able to talk about things without worrying about people that I know that are not in the Reborn community, that don't know anything about the dolls, being judgmental. And not that I don't care, or else I wouldn't have gone public about my dolls, but you know, I want to feel comfortable to be able to get to know you guys a little bit better and share things about myself, a little more personal stuff. Sorry, my daughter's texting me. My kids are coming over tonight. Hi, Bear. How are you? The straight arms are a struggle. Is it hard with Maddie to dress her with those straight arms? I think maybe trying to get her arms into shirts and stuff, because she's so big and chunky, and so her arms are so long and straight. I can imagine. I do too. I love how Tabia's legs are, because yeah, same as Shea. Yes, exactly the same as Shea. And once upon a time in my nursery, I had Tobia and Shea together in my collection side by side. I almost had them kind of like twinning in my collection when I was first like a beginning artist. I had created both of them, and I loved that they were so much the same that I kind of had them twin boy and girl in my collection for a while. And they can kind of wear almost the same size clothes, because Shea is a big girl too, but I love that about their legs, so they can sit up. You are so right. Yeah, thank you, Cindy. I mentioned subscriptions a couple months ago on my channel, and some people totally freaked out because they don't understand, and they thought that I was going to make them pay some outrageous kind of money to watch my videos, and that's not the case. Yes, you do have to pay for a subscription. It's something like, I don't know, I'll have to look at the different tiers, $3 to $5 a month that you would pay extra. And people were freaking out, and I was like, you're still gonna have my regular content. It doesn't affect my content. I just wanna have a safer place for me to go, to do videos and lives with you guys where I don't have to watch every single little thing I say and do on there. And when you're a content creator, you constantly have that in the back of your mind. Like, are people gonna misconstrue things? Are people gonna warp this or twist it or turn it into drama? And I'm really good at staying away from the drama. Oh, sorry. In this community, poor baby. Is your head okay? I'm really good at staying away from the drama and stuff. I really am very careful about what I say on my videos. And so I just want a place where I can just relax and get to know you guys and be more personable with you guys. People on my channel who don't choose to do the subscription, you're not going to miss out anything on my channel. I'm still going to share everything with you. I don't love it when creators try to purposely get people trapped into a subscription that don't want to do a subscription by being like, because I've been on creators' channels and there's things that I didn't like they had stuff going on and they didn't share on their normal channel, and people on their regular channel would be asking questions about whatever situation was going on the channel, and they would be like, oh, you have to subscribe if you want to know what's going on. You have to subscribe and watch my videos on my subscription channel, like my other channel, to know what's going on. You got to watch my other videos. And I didn't agree with that. You're going to get, I guess, you're kind of forcing people into paying for a subscription. I don't like that. I didn't agree with that. To each his own, but I'm not going to do that on my channel. You'll all know the same stuff going on. It's just, we can have more fun. And I don't know what forum I'm going to use. I'll probably go through YouTube. That way you guys know it's safe, versus probably Patreon or something. But a lot of people use Patreon, and there's another one. I didn't like how it was set up that another person was using. Forgot what it's called. You can make private group members only. Don't know how, but I belong to a group like that. Dakota, is that on YouTube? I mean, I know you can do lives and it says members only, but I don't know what members only means. It's like people are subscribed to your channel, but I don't know if that's what they mean by members. I think with members only, you have to put in each person you want to invite. Because when I go live on here, it has an option to do members only, but you have to invite people into that live. So for me, that's a lot of work. I took my baby journey to counseling with me yesterday. My counselor noticed how much it helped my anxiety. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad, Cindy. A lot of times counselors will refer people to me and to other artists because they feel like it'll be helpful with people who have anxiety, depression, PTSD, childhood trauma. What paint would you recommend for vinyl dolls since McPherson's stopped producing? It wasn't McPherson's that stopped producing. It was Genesis was the brand that stopped producing. And now on McPherson's, you can find Phoenix. It's called Phoenix Heat Set Paints. That's the newest, and everybody seems to really love it. But use it with caution, because you need to download the tutorials that they have and follow those exactly, because if you try to use those heat set paints exactly the way that you use Genesis, if you're already used to Genesis, you'll hate it. It won't work out. You'll have problems with curing. If you follow their directions, they have free downloadable, I believe, tutorials on the Phoenix paints. If you buy them, they give you a code, like an access code. Not everybody can access them, but if you buy the paints, you can download the access code on there and get the tutorials and download them. And if you follow them, you'll love it. From what I've heard, everybody says that they love it as long as you use them exactly as directed. My doctor also noticed how much more relaxed I was when I brought in my first reborn into my appointment. That's because your body doesn't know the difference between a real baby and a reborn, and you start to produce a hormone called oxytocin. I worked in labor and delivery, and this is a feel-good hormone that helps you to bond with your baby, and it makes you feel more relaxed. You produce it when you're nursing as well, but just holding a lifelike baby that feels weighted in your arms, a doll of any kind that resembles a baby, will help you to release that feel-good hormone, and it helps you to relax. That's why when I would come home from work, I would sit in my nursery for a little while because I needed to flip my switch off. Especially being in nursing, it's go, go, go. It's high stress, high anxiety. And then when I would come home, my family would want this like loving, caring wife and mother that was relaxed and chill like I normally am, and most of the time. And it was really hard in between work and home to flip that switch. So a lot of times I would come in, hold my babies, or I would go take a shower and get cleaned up and then come in and hold the babies. And I would tell my family, just let me relax for a little while. Give me like 15 minutes. Let me like shower and start to tone it down. So I would start trying to flip that switch on the way home, on the drive home, in the shower, and then I would relax with the baby and then go have dinner with my family, because especially if it had been a really long, hard day, really bad things happen sometimes at the hospital. If it had been a really traumatic day, I needed time to process it and kind of switch over, because we had young kids and you don't want to sit down to the table with your young kids and your family and share horror stories from the hospital. Not that you could share a whole lot, but you can give them the gist of what happened and they don't need to take that on. So it was nice. Hi, Alina. How are you? Members only, you have to pay the members only fee. Okay, I'll look into it, because I know that YouTube keeps emailing me about it, and they're like, you're eligible for all this stuff and you need to try to do this because your channel's doing so well, that kind of stuff. Thank you to all the new subscribers. So if this is your first live, thank you so much for subscribing. We had a lot of new subscribers. With that does come trolls. So that's been interesting. I guess a lot of people who are not from the community have found my channel, and I did have a lot of trolls. So ignore the bad comments when I see them. I babysit my comments pretty well on the day-to-day, and I just block those people and delete their comments. So don't worry about them. Just ignore them. Don't try to like fight with them or anything like that. Just ignore them. I do. It doesn't bother me. They just don't know anything. They're just ignorant. So, or mean. They're just mean. So it doesn't bother me. It reflects worse on them than it does on me. Like, I don't take it to heart. So don't you take it to heart. Don't let it bother you. Just ignore it. I'll catch it soon enough and block that person and delete their comments. Yep. Oh, yeah, you meant Genesis. That's okay. Phoenix. Try Phoenix. I've heard really good things about Phoenix. I have a ton of Genesis mediums and paints. I don't think I'm going to run out for like 5 years. I saw it coming way ahead of time, and I bought all the paints that I could, because I was worried that it would be years before anybody came out with a new heat set paint. So I bought tons of it. I have tons and tons of it. It'll be a while before I have to switch over. So, do you have to bake the doll in the oven after you paint it? If you are doing vinyl dolls and you're using heat set paints, yes. If you're using acrylic air dry paints, no. And for silicone dolls, you're just painting with, you're mixing silicone together and pigmenting it with the color that you want, and you're painting with that. So silicone dolls are air dry dolls. You're just painting with silicone. The difference is with these dolls, whenever you paint something on them, you have to wait hours for them to dry. Some people heat cure these babies and put them in the oven, but I don't do that. I don't like to rush it, because I heard, this is hearsay and I don't want to risk it, that trying to fast cure your silicone dolls will make them peel. I don't know if that's true, but I don't want to risk that, compromising it, because they're expensive. People pay a lot of money for them. So I just do it the way that I'm supposed to do it. I let it air dry. And I don't use a regular oven, guys. Never use your home oven, your kitchen oven. The chemicals will get into your food. You don't want that. Most of us use, we have like these little new wave ovens. They're meant for kitchen use, but they're these little mini new wave ovens that people can bake tiny chickens in and whatever. I don't know. They were meant to be like kind of like air fryers back in the day, but people in the reborn community discovered them and we started using them for our reborns so that we didn't have to use our home ovens. I have two because I have so many babies I work on at once. I usually have 10 babies I'm working on at once doing different things. They're all in different areas. They're all in different stages, basically. Yes, it's on YouTube to meet Miko and Geisha. You join the membership and admin approves it if you go live. Subscription membership starts at $1. I'll look into it totally. I'm wanting to do it starting like January, the beginning of the year. I don't want to worry about it during the holidays. But after all the holidays are over and we've all recovered, I'll look into it and get it all set up. Hi, happy Halloween. Safe and happy one. You too, Jackson. Your reborn zip ties seem a bit loose. How I fix them myself? Go on my main page, like my main YouTube page. Go on the main page. Up in the upper right hand corner, there's different things that you can click on. It'll say like videos, lives, shorts. You'll see one that says community and one that says playlist. Go click on the playlist and then scroll down to the do-it-yourself playlist. I have a do-it-yourself playlist and it has different videos on how to take apart your babies, how to change out the zip ties, the bodies, the head, all that stuff. You're gonna wanna go on like McPherson's Arts and Crafts or Bountiful Baby or Irresistibles and buy doll zip ties. Those are different than regular zip ties. They have a really teeny tiny head on them so they don't stick out and like poke out of your baby's clothes or scratch their vinyl. You want the ones with the really tiny heads. Those are the doll zip ties. Just order a small pack of those. Get the tiniest pack. I think it maybe is like $8 or $10. And then go watch my video and it'll tell you how to cut the zip ties and you can see how to replace the zip ties. I also show it in a couple of videos, part 1 and part 2 of changing out your reborn baby's body or reborning like a doll. I think I have a couple videos where I'm showing myself change out the body on a Paradise Galleries doll to a better body. But those will all show you how to take the zip ties off. You just want your zip ties to be tighter. And there's no way to really pull them and make them tighter. You can try to get in there if you know how zip ties work. You can try to get in there with a pair of tweezers or those little jewelry pliers and you can try to pull it tighter, but you don't have as much control. It's easier just to get new zip ties, get 5 new zip ties and watch my video, the do-it-yourself playlist. Watch one of my videos on how to take your head off of a doll, take the limbs off of a doll, change out the body. It'll show you in all those videos how to do it, how to cut the ties and put new ones on. You're just going to want to tighten it. You're going to want to tighten those zip ties. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you? Hi, Amber. You have Mateo, Maddie, and Marcus. Oh, those are sweet babies. Happy Halloween, Elizabeth. Yeah, if Alina, if you do the acrylic paint, it's cheaper, but also, especially if you're not sure if reborning is for you, I would say you try the air dry first, and if you really love it, you can always switch over. The ovens, those new wave ovens cost hundreds of dollars, but I've always found mine on Facebook Marketplace. So you can go on Facebook Marketplace and find them for like $25. You just want to make sure they're clean or that you clean them out first. Also, you're going to want the one with the ring in it, the added ring. If you don't have the one with the ring, it's going to be too short and it's going to burn your babies. You can also buy a ring for it on newwave.com. They have a website where I buy like spare parts or replacement parts. Freedom is the choices you make. I haven't seen you in a long time. Hope you're having an awesome day as well. If you guys are wondering why I'm looking over this way, I had to set up my MacBook because all my messages on here are all like mixed in with your name, and I can't see your name or your half of your message. So I'm over here on my MacBook looking at your guys' stuff, your questions. Elizabeth has a baby named Callie. Yep, you can add a bit more fluff too. You know how to do that? Okay, good. If you guys ever need more polyfill in your babies, watch my do-it-yourself videos and learn how to take the head off your baby, learn how to cut the zip ties. This baby is silicone and doesn't have them, but I can teach you how to do it on your vinyl doll by watching those videos. And you can get polyfill stuffing from Walmart. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it in lots of places. And then you can restuff your babies if they're getting to where they're too floppy and loose. With the vinyl babies and their cloth bodies, after a period of time, the stuffing will settle in their bodies and your baby will become very floppy and deflated looking. So you might need to learn how to restuff your babies if you're in this hobby for any period of time. You're going to want to learn how to cut zip ties, and sounds crazy, creepy. It's Halloween. Take the head off your baby and put some stuffing in them like a turkey, you know. Sue, you sent me a message. Okay. Chat disconnected. Oh, I'm so sorry if it disconnected, you guys. Jackson wants to get the Darren Awake kit, saving for it. Okay. Oh, that's a cute baby. I've done lots of Darrens. I've only done like 2 Darren Awakes. I did one of the Darren Awakes as a baby girl, and she was twinning with the Darren Asleep. I've done a couple of them, but I haven't done a Darren Awake in a long time. I would love to do a Darren Awake. Yeah, it's okay that you're saving because I'm not doing any customs right now, so that's okay. Save, and then when I open up customs, you and I will both be ready, hopefully at the same time. I closed customs, guys. The holidays are crazy for me, so I'm not doing customs right now. Do I do a full body vinyl? There's not too many kits out there that are full body vinyl, but yes, I've done full body vinyl. They do have a cloth body inside the vinyl body because you want to be able to weight the baby. You can't bathe them. You can't do anything like that, or else it'll ruin their paint. And also water will still seep into the cloth body below, but they do have, they call them full torsos back and front. And basically it's a vinyl torso. Those are really hard to do because when you heat them up in the oven, they get very soft and they are at high risk of cracking. So I usually have to stuff them with like a pillowcase whenever I bake them, those full torsos, so that it doesn't crack. I think that's why a lot of artists don't use them. They usually just do belly plates. Usually you have, most of your reborns have a vinyl head, vinyl arms and legs, and a cloth body, and then you might find a few kits. There's a lot more kits out there that just have a belly plate that you can put on there for photos, but there aren't too many full body vinyl babies. I have full body silicones that I can do, but those are expensive. Oh, okay, Alina, I see your question. Yeah, start collecting first. I was a collector before I was an artist. Hi, my happy place. How much would I charge for a Darren Awake? $6.50. Happy Halloween, everyone. A lot of people are asking me too, like, why I'm only doing the partial silicones. I actually have 3 boxes of babies sitting here on my table right now that I need to open. I bought a ton of silicone babies, but they are still partial silicone babies. Right now it scares me half to death to do a full body silicone because the kits are $2,000 blank. Just for me to purchase it, to even before I even do anything to it, it's $2,000. And silicone is very fickle and it may not cure, and you might ruin the whole kit and not even know how it happened. It's very easy to ruin a silicone doll. So until you're really feeling super confident and comfortable in your skills, you don't want to ruin a blank silicone doll and lose $2,000. I don't have $2,000. So that's why I'm still using the partial silicones, because if something happens to a limb or whatever, I can order another kit or order another limb. I can call up Bountiful Baby and say, hey, do you have a spare Darren arm? You know, like, do you have a spare arm? Because sometimes they have spare parts. You can get spare arms and legs if it comes in a partial. Have I ever done Max by Laura Lee Eagles? Yes. I did Max like last month, I think, and I absolutely fell in love with him, and I'd only bought one Max kit. He came out so beautiful. He's one of my most favorite babies that I ever did. He was so beautiful, but I had bills to pay and I had to sell him, and let me tell you, I wanted to keep that baby so bad, but I couldn't. And so I made myself feel better by ordering another Max kit. So I have a Max. Twyla's another one that turned out really good. So I ordered Max and Twyla, and I actually have them under my table that I'm saving possibly for the future for myself. We'll see. But I love Max. He is beautiful. He came out amazing, especially with the belly plate. I added the belly plate with Max, and he was gorgeous. I can send you pictures, Doris. Just remind me. Sue, you keep moving the baby you are holding, so maybe you could put the baby over your shoulder. Oh my gosh, I know. It's hard because his head is very floppy, but it doesn't turn to the side too well. With silicones, you can't really force their head to the side or you can tear them. So putting him over my shoulder is very difficult because it would smash his little face. And also, I'm wearing a new shirt and it's dark and I don't want it touching his skin. So I'm also trying to hold him up so you all can see him. So maybe if I lower the camera down, I'll stop moving him. Hang tight. How's that? And then I can stop holding him up because he's killing my arm. Silicone babies are so heavy, you guys. He's only 7 pounds. I've had silicone babies that have weighed 8 and 9 pounds. Somebody I was watching on TikTok live this morning has a baby that weighs 10 pounds. Her silicone is 3-month size. And I don't know how she holds that baby during those whole lives. You love my Halloween scary dolls, Shelly. How are you? Are there any good kits? Are there any good kits for a beginner? Alina, go to Bountiful Baby, especially during the holidays. Bountiful Baby puts a lot of their kits on sale, and they'll even have some for like $20, like older kits, you know, but still $20. I mean, that's what you're going to want to practice on if you're a beginner, because you're going to be so, like, I was terrified to start doing vinyls because those kits on McPherson's are pricey, and I was scared of losing that kind of money. So I started off with Bountiful Baby, and I would just wait until they had dolls that were on sale for like $20, $25, and I would do that. It worked out really good because then I wasn't afraid of experimenting or learning new techniques, and I wasn't afraid to ruin a doll. I'm like, oh, it's $25. I'll just sell it as a boo-boo baby and get, you know, I mean, you could sell a boo-boo baby for more than that. So you finish it up and do the best you can and then sell it super cheap as a boo-boo baby for like $100, and you'll get your money back. So You think that Laura by Bonnie Brown and Laura by Laura Lee Eagle were actually siblings? They might be. I noticed a lot of babies look a lot alike lately between Bonnie Brown and Laura Lee Eagles. A lot of the babies that they've been putting out lately look very similar. I had the idea of trying to make twins, and I was trying to decide whether I wanted like Laura or Max or Twyla, because they all had very similar faces. There was like a couple of others that came out too that were very similar. It was Quinlan. So I had Quinlan, Max, Laura, and Twyla, and I was like, which ones do I make twins? Because they look so much alike. Do you treat your reborn babies as a real baby? If so, maybe you can't leave them on their own while you go to work. I don't treat my reborn babies as real babies because I know that they're dolls. So I leave them at home all the time. I go on vacation for weeks at a time and leave them at home and don't worry about them because they're not real babies. I know that they're not going to cry or have needs. They're just dolls. I just like to create them and make them for other people to love and enjoy. For me, when I was a collector, I loved just looking at them. I loved taking pictures of them. I was a part of a lot of Facebook groups and Instagram, and I loved taking photos and showing new babies in my collection off. I loved dressing them in cute clothes. I think a part of me when I was younger and having babies of my own, I had 2 kids of my own, and we didn't have a ton of money, so I didn't get to dress my kids whatever way I wanted to. I took what people gave me or handed down to me or bought for my babies, like during my baby shower. I dressed my babies in what I had, and I think the fun thing about now being the age that I am, and my kids no longer being here with me, they've grown up, they're in their 20s. I can afford to dress my reborns however I want, and that's super fun. So I enjoy buying clothes for them, dressing them. I enjoyed filming them, and that's how I got on YouTube. Was I enjoyed learning videography and editing, and so that was fun. What is my name on Instagram? So I am on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok under the same exact name, Kids to Cradles Nursery. Yep. What do I do if my babies get dust on them? If you take a clean makeup brush, like I have this little brush that I do not use for paint, and it's super soft. And all you have to do is brush the dust off of your babies, just like this. It doesn't hurt them, as long as you're not doing it all the time. But my babies don't collect dust for the most part. Sometimes I'll see a little bit of dust like in their little ears because I'm handling them so much for videos and photos and changing them and holding them. They don't seem to collect dust. I'm going to turn on the fan, you guys. It's hot in here. I live in Florida, so it's not cold here. It is very hot. It's in the 90s today. It's Halloween, and all these little kids are going to be out in their costumes soon. And it is going to be hot for them. I'm going to have to hand out bottles of water. So it's 5 o'clock, and I actually hear the first trick-or-treater at our door. I have family coming over at 5:30, and I need to cook dinner by 6, and then we're all gonna watch scary movies and have like cookies and popcorn and candy. I'll probably be sick in the morning, but we usually stay up pretty late watching like horror movies, but since it's a weekday and people have to work in the morning, I'm sure everyone will probably go home by 10 o'clock. So I don't think I'll be up too late tonight, but I'll probably have a bellyache. Yep, just use a soft makeup brush, Alina. Oh, hi. Wow. Is it getting cold in California? Wow. Are you up in Northern California, Shelly? You're in spring now, but today is so cold and rainy. Oh, yeah, different areas. I forget. I always forget that people can see me from around the world. That's so hard for me to believe, but I get people from Australia and the UK and Africa that message me. People from the Philippines. Like, I forget that people watch my channel from all over the world. So welcome if you're not from the US. I know that the seasons are different and the holidays are different, but I hope that's okay when I'm sharing our holidays. Stephanie, happy Halloween. Hi, Claire. It's 47 where you live. My daughter's in North Carolina and she said it was 47 today, and she said it's going to be 21 degrees by Thursday. That's crazy. Hi, Anne. Sue's in the UK. What are you doing up? Isn't it early? Isn't it like 5:03 a.m. in the UK? What time is it there, Sue? Europe, Denmark. Hi, everybody. I should start asking, where's everybody from? That's so awesome. I didn't know I had so many. That's great. Cold in New York. I bet it is. My in-laws are visiting in Maryland and they said it's freezing there today. So I'm hoping you guys, can you blow some of that cold air down here? Because I'm hot. I'm sweating. I got my water here and I'm about to get a drink of it and then go start dinner because everybody's going to be piling in. I need to grab, I had to hide the bowl of candy from my husband so he wouldn't eat it. The last, he was home for a 3-day weekend and I was scared he was going to eat it all. So I had to hide the bowl of candy in my nursery closet so he can't find it. So I need to go get it and get it out there so he can hand it out to the kids coming to the door. I don't know what he's doing. He probably is running around like a madman trying to find the candy. Oh, I know. Okay, so now that I am an empty nester, this is just all recent, which is why I was able to create a second nursery for the silicone babies. I have a little more privacy now in my home. Things are much quieter. We had a lot of young adults living in my house at one period of time. I was taking in people who were homeless over the last 2 years. So we had a ton of young adults and we've been able to get them off on their own and free from the nest. So a lot of these young kids finally went off on their own and they're good and they're in their own places now. So I'm a little more free. I have more free time to be able to do lives. So we're gonna go live and I'm gonna try to do more lives on the weekend if it's possible. But I will try to vary it up and go live in the evenings, mornings, during the day, because now that I'm seeing that there are so many people around the world that are watching, they'll have the opportunity to participate in a live as well. So I'll probably go live shortly again because I want to show you guys all these silicones I got. And one of them in particular is a silicone. It's a partial silicone, but it's huge. I think it's a 3-month size baby and it looks huge. It looks chunky. Like, from the pictures, from what I could see, it reminded me of Reborn Joseph. Is it 3-month Joseph? But he's huge. He looks like he's 6-month size. I mean, he's ginormous. This baby was pretty pricey, but I'm dying to know how big and chunky this silicone baby is. You usually don't find big, chunky silicone babies because they're so heavy, because the silicone is so heavy. As you can tell, he's 7 pounds and I'm struggling. So he is killing my arms. So I'm excited to go live. I want to show you guys. I don't know. I have 3 boxes here to unpack and I don't know what box he's in. So I'm dying to go live in the next couple of days. I don't know when. I'll try to do it around the same time as now, but I'm going to try to go live with you guys and unpack that baby because I want to see how huge this silicone baby is. He was a lot more pricey. He's the most expensive one that I will be painting so far because he was so big. but he is still a partial. Thank God, because I don't think you could do a baby that big in full body silicone. That baby would be like 12 pounds at least. So I'm excited to unpack it, and I want to do it live. I thought it would be fun to do a live like silicone kit unpacking, especially of this big chunky monkey. So I'll go live. Thank you so much, Anne. This is the Brady kit that I'm holding, by the way. I think he's number 5. He was like limited kits. I did not originally reborn him. I got him from another artist, but I started to notice that once I became an artist of silicone, I became very particular about what I liked. And I went back and did touch-ups on this baby and gave this baby some more blushing on the cheeks. I just did gloss on the lips. I like the color of his lips and tongue. I did a lot of blushing on his head, his torso, his belly button, his boy bits, his booty, the bottoms and tops of his feet. He had no blushing on the tops of his feet or the tops of his hands. So once I started to do silicone on my own, I started to notice things about him that I didn't notice before that I was doing on my own babies that I was creating. And I went back and did some major touching up of his paint. His artist did the most fantastic job on him. She did so good on his veining and his mottling, but she goes very light on the blushing, and I'm just one of those people that prefers a lot of blushing. It's all the individual preference, so I went back and added a ton of color to him. He didn't have blushing on the elbows or the knees. I added to that. To me, it just looks more realistic, so I just added a lot more color to this baby. So I went back and reborned him. But look at the little blushing on his cheeks. He looks so cute. I was even able to do a little baby scratch here. It was so cute. I was able to add just some more realistic details to him so that I loved him even more than I already do. This baby is a bald baby. He's the only bald baby in my collection, and I'm keeping him that way because I love all the cute little hats I can put on him. I just see this baby as bald, and I love him as bald. I don't want to root him. I could root him if I want to, but I don't. So I absolutely love him and fell in love with him exactly the way that he is. Yes, the floppy and lifelikeness. Now, I'm dying because I've always had babies in silicone in this newborn size. I had a little girl that was a little bit chunkier than him, quite a bit chunkier, but she still fit in newborn clothes and some 0 to 3 months. But I'm dying to know what a really chunky silicone baby is like. That's what I want to know. Yep, being an artist has its advantages because you can always go in and just touch up your babies that you get from other artists. I still very much love and enjoy collecting dolls from other artists. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because I was a collector before I was an artist. There's just something about that excitement of waiting on a baby to come in the mail. So hiring people to create dolls for you, other artists that you love, or buying from another artist that you love, there's something super exciting about getting a baby that you didn't create yourself. And even though I'm an artist, I can still appreciate the art of another artist. So I love seeing what other artists do with their work. Every artist has their own techniques. We're all mostly self-taught for the most part. So it's so neat to see what other people come up with and their techniques and what they do and the details that they add. I'm always looking at babies from other artists going, I never thought to do that, and I'll add it to my own work and fall in love with it. It's so nice to see what other artists do. You can still love and appreciate, but also being an artist, I'm very particular about how I like my babies. I like all of them to be the way that I make mine, as far as weight goes and stuffing goes and how heavy their head is. So if I get a vinyl doll from another artist, 9 times out of 10, I'm probably going to do some things to tweak that baby, either where their magnet is set or how their limbs move or how their body is weighted or stuffed. I might change some things without compromising the art. This is the first baby I've ever added onto another artist's work. I used to feel so strongly about that I didn't want to do that. I will never change an artist's work unless I'm just touching up, blushing on the feet or the hands. Like, if you lose some coloring, I don't mind touching that up and fixing that, but I usually try not to compromise the artist's work. I'm so against that. But for me with this baby, it was either sell him to another mommy or do some touch-up blushing on him. And I'm so in love with him that I was like, yep, I'm touching him up. I'm sure she won't mind. Plus, his matting was very different from the way I do my matting on my babies, and I don't want my babies to be shiny. So coming with the touch-up paint, you have to remat your silicone once you've touched up their silicone, because then that new silicone will all be shiny. You'll be able to see where you touched it up. So he needed new matting anyway. I would have had to add silicone in order to mat him anyway. So, but yeah, you do have, Shelly says she tweaks all of hers too. Yeah, you do. Sometimes you just have to tweak them to your liking. I had another friend on here contact me and tell me she got a Peaches doll, and she was actually really disappointed in her box opening. It was a beautiful baby, but there were a lot of different various things that weren't right with her kit. And I had her watch my videos and go buy a couple things from the store, and I kind of walked her through it, and she was able to tweak her baby, and now she's completely in love. And it was a beautiful baby, but now it's perfect. So at first she was gonna sell the doll, but I was like, you got her for such a good price, and she's a sold out kit. And she got her for an amazing price, and she was really painted and rooted very beautiful. I would have bought that kit from her. But she was able to tweak it, and now she's totally in love. The baby is weighted exactly how she likes it, and the arms move and the legs move exactly how she wanted, and everything's fine now. Hi, Missy, Miss Missy. it's 9:15 p.m. where you are? Okay. Yep, not doing customs right now. Thank you so much. I will probably open up my customs next year when I don't feel so stressed with the holidays. I noticed last year I was doing a bunch of customs for Christmas, and I felt such a rush around the holidays to get all those customs out to their mommies before Christmas. I wanted them to be able to enjoy their babies or give them as gifts. So there was just so much rush and stress. I felt like I didn't get to enjoy my holidays. So I usually take off for vacation in October, which I did. You all saw I went to the mountains. So it's been nice to be able to go on vacation and not have to worry about it, and have a holiday and not be so stressed. Last year I had more than 20 customs due by Christmas. That's a lot. If I only have like 1 or 2, that's fine, but 20 is a lot. So, and I'm one of those people that are very like anal about making sure I hit my dates and get my babies out on time. I don't like moms waiting past their due date for their baby, and it was Christmas. You want your babies home by Christmas, so I always have to make sure they get home on time for the holidays. Yep, no problem. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to let you guys go so we can go celebrate Halloween and I can get dinner started. And thank you for joining me on my live. I'm going to go live more often because even though I didn't let everyone know I was going live, we still had such a nice group here. You guys are so amazing, so positive. I love you guys. I absolutely love this channel. Everybody that's here in this group, everyone that follows me, the Cradle crew, you guys are amazing. You guys are so sweet. Everybody is so amazing. Everybody's so positive. I love that. So thank you all for being yourselves and loving me and my babies and supporting me and always being here. And thank you guys for always being so sweet. I love you guys so much. I will see you guys on the next video. Take care of yourselves. Take care of those sweet little goblins. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.